Catus Maximus here. Just want to do a little video about these Iacos. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Anyway, these were actually kind of an impulse buy, but I thought they were neat because they were like a premium style stylus. Anyway, zoom out just a little bit here. Come with a little cloth, a basic little manual. But what these are is they're essentially a set of premium styluses that are quote-unquote high sensitivity, and they kind of intrigue me just because they're kind of an odd design. Now, both of these are identical, and they both are double-ended, and you can actually put the cap on either end. So I kind of thought it was interesting that it looks like a pen, but they leave one end kind of unprotected, which would be the more ball or sphere end. That would be something on more traditional, kind of cheaper stylus. Here's a stylus pen with a little conductive little tip. But on the other end, they have this little plastic slider and a little, like a little conductive kind of rubberized thing. It's on a metal insert, and that's what these little things are here. Is you pop them out. Well, one thing I did notice is we're missing one. You have to. The problem with the little tips is they're held in pretty well. What they're made of is a little cap, a little conductive stem, flexible stem, and then this little metal rod, and you can see there's like a little lip on it. Well, this one I just pulled on and actually pulled the little rubber thing out of this little metal tube. No way to get that back in there. So you have to use like a knife very carefully around the edge, and I guess that's in case this ends up fatiguing and breaking off. But these things are super sensitive, and so I guess the plastic one is just, I'm not exactly sure what the point is, besides it just has a very small kind of interactive diameter, so it's supposed to be just super sensitive, especially when you're using like a drawing application, which of course I don't have a drawing application on my phone. Other than that, we have the other end, and if we look real close, what you're seeing is true. That is actually a woven wire mesh soft bulbous tip for extreme conductivity. I see why they came with extras, because eventually over use these little wires will start to fray. But the wires this is made out of, it's almost impossible to tell, but they are much thinner than a human hair. Probably less than 1/1000th of an inch thick. They're just super thin, and these are super conductive. You can just barely touch the phone. There's any amount of pressure, and it actually registers. And that's kind of the whole point of this video, is I never really had a conception. I mean, I had this little 3M one, which I like because it's compact and robust and has a really nice little tip on it. And to tell you the truth, even one like this still works pretty darn well. But I never really, I guess it's more for like people who use tablets, who are artists, who might have a reason to use one of these types of special styluses. Now this end, which is kind of interesting, they're pretty well made. It's like brass core, has a little O-ring, so it doesn't come unscrewed yet. You don't have to have it super tight. Once again, you can't put the cap on the other side. But I guess their feeling is that this woven kind of bulbous side is not as delicate as this little thing here. And the whole purpose of this plastic thing is it's some type of, I guess, insulator or something, or it makes sure that it kind of stays perpendicular to the screen, so when you're using it as an interactive tool, it just maintains a fine point. Now I believe like more modern phones come with styluses that are pressure sensitive, and so it kind of relegates a stylus like this to being more of a novelty item. But I just wanted to share it with you all because I thought it was fascinating and never really thought of. I mean, I did find this at a junk store, so obviously some of you must have got it as a gift and didn't care for it, but just never really had the concept of some kind of specialized high precision stylus, and especially like the premium aspect of the little wire mesh artificial finger thing there. I think that's kind of interesting. They just should have included caps if they're gonna, you know, have a premium stylus. Anyway, just wanted to make once again a little video about it. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.